Hey everyone, I have a bunch of finished objects to show you today. I'm going to do this probably a little differently than I normally do. I'm not actually bringing out the tripod or anything, so I'm sorry if it's shaky, but I don't have a lot of time, so I got to get to it. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get started. This is the scarf that I showed you in my finishing my whips video, and I will put a link in the description box if you want to check that out. But yeah, basically it's just a basket weave stitch with seed stitch on the edges. Yeah, I started this, years ago, and I just now finished it. Well, it's been finished for a little while. But anyway, yeah, my husband's really excited. I'm going to take a picture of him wearing it, but he's at work right now, so I can't do that. Anyway, let's see, what else? Okay, I finished this cowl. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, and I can't remember the name of it, but I'll put a link in the description box, and I'll probably put an annotation or a note or something here. Yeah, so I used, I love this chunky yarn from Hobby Lobby. It's got sparkles in it, and I've just been really into sparkly yarn lately. I don't know what's up with me. But anyway, yeah. So the pattern I think originally called you to sew up the edges, but I had a little bit of extra yarn, not enough for a full repeat. So I did a couple rows of just garter stitch, and then I sewed on these little green buttons. I wanted black ones, but I didn't have matching black buttons this size. All I had were they were mismatched, and while I don't mind that, I just didn't want to go with it. And yeah, it doesn't really stay on. I actually think I need to put bigger buttons on it, but truthfully, I like the pattern. I will definitely make it again. However, I don't like this yarn. I don't love this yarn. Normally I don't have a problem with you know, Hobby Lobby brand yarn, but it just, I don't know. I think it was just the yarn itself. I mean, I don't really buy a lot of their yarn. I shouldn't say I'm like, oh, I know everything about their yarn, but I don't. But I've never really had a problem like this before. It's very, just look, well, that's not that, but if you see, it's like very, see, it's very fuzzy, and it just sheds. Like, if you put it on, you're gonna get it all over you. It's like cat hair. So while it's very pretty, I would never use this to go towards my face again, because I tried it on just to make sure, like, you know, the buttons were where I wanted them to be and everything, and then I felt like I was eating yarn. It was just not a pleasant experience. So yeah, and you can see it's sort of like diagonal. Can you see that? Or maybe it's just me. I don't know. Anyway, I liked it. Yeah. Now I have one thing that I actually have wrapped up, so I'm not going to unwrap it to show you, but I'll put a picture here. Yeah, it's another one of those chain stitch scarves that I have a tutorial up for. I actually did 2 of them. You can find them on my Ravelry page, but the other picture. I made one for my sister in the colorway Ballet, and it's the colorway Ballet from Red Heart Boutique Sachet, and then the one I just showed you was Golden, and that's for my mom. She really likes that kind of stuff. Okay. And then it's just a loom knitted hat. This is the one that I did the tutorial for, or with, or whatever. And yeah, but technically it's finished, so I wanted to show it to you before I put it in the donation bin. And then these are adorable. I do love this yarn. This is Loops and Threads Charisma, and the colorway is, I think, Blackberry. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Blackberry. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong, but anyway, I made this hat for my sister. She was, when they were up here visiting with me for my birthday, and I showed her this yarn because, you know, she gets really excited that I can make stuff. And I had picked up this yarn thinking that she would really like the colors, because her favorite colors are hot pink and purple and black. And so, like, all together. And so this pretty much was a perfect fit. The color is not showing up, at least on my viewfinder, as pink as it is. It looks a little bit more purple to me on the screen. But, yeah, I've taken pictures that are more color accurate, so they're on Ravelry if you're interested. And I'm crafting Claudie on Ravelry. Anyway, so I made this hat. It's just a basic hat. It has 3x3 ribbing, and then just basic decreases, and I just fit it to her head. And then I had enough yarn left over. I was like, you know what, I should make one for my niece. And this actually came out a little big. I think it's gonna be too big for her, but I did basically the same thing, 3x3 ribbing. And yeah, I actually, though I didn't do this exact same thing, this was knitted flat. I've never knit a hat flat before and tried to sew it up, but I wanted to give it a shot. And I was having, this hat's smaller than my 16-inch circular. It wouldn't fit comfortably on it. It was, you know, it's a smaller than 16 inches around. So obviously I was like, okay. And I tried to use the DPNs, and I just don't like using DPNs unless I have to. So yeah, this is actually, yeah, this is the seamed edge. And you can see, like, I did a pretty good job up to a certain point, and then it just got really jacked up. Basically where the decreases were, I wasn't paying attention or something, and it just doesn't look neat. But this is for a baby, and you're not going to see it. So if I turn it over, it all looks pretty and nice. So, yeah. And then I had just a tiny little bit of yarn left over, and so I just made a hat. And I asked my sister, I was like, should I just go ahead and sew it on or put it on a clip? And that way you can put it on if you want, or like a bobby pin. And she's like, yeah, just put it on a bobby pin, because she's got a lot of those, like, hair bow, or not hair bow, those headband things. And I've made her some, and yeah. So this will work. I mean, it's got like gray and black in it, but whatever. You know. If this doesn't fit her now, I mean, it'll go on her head. It'll fit, technically. But it, I think, will be too big or way too slouchy. Because, I mean, yeah. But she'll be able to wear it next year. Because since we're never going to get out of winter. It may just be winter for the rest of the year. Alright, that's all I've got for you today. I hope you have a wonderful week. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye.